Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are going to be choosing my next read based on the first first paragraph that I read. I'm not really in a book slump per se. I've read a few books recently, like back to back, and I've been enjoying my time with them, and I just want to make sure I keep the momentum going. And also I want to make sure like I'm switching up my genres as I read. So today's video I'm gonna pick like the 5 books that I'm most interested in, and then I need to go find my phone so I can get the Libby app. Then I'm going to read the first sentence or paragraph in the book, and we'll pick our next read based on how much it interests me and whether or not it's available as an audiobook on the Libby website. Even if it's not available at the library, I think I have a bunch of like Audible credits, so I will just use that instead. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing what we end up picking today, or just want to see like a random reading vlog, please keep on watching. So as you can see, this is a bunch of the books that I have. I'm not going to turn the camera because it's kind of crusty on that side of the room, but I also have a stack of books on the corner over there, and I also have books up top here. Actually, these ones I can pull down because one of the books that I really want to read is up here. I think I'm in the mood probably for like a romance, I would say, and I've got a lot of romances. I think one of my videos from last week was actually like a bunch of black romances that I had hauled from a while ago, but I just got the video out, so go watch that. I'll link it down below. So I think I'm in the mood for either a romance or a thriller. Not lit fic, I don't think. So let's make our way through. I'm gonna choose 3 romances and 2 thrillers. So for sure the first thriller is going to be Honey by Imani Thompson. This was a gift from my boyfriend, and I have been waiting for the audiobook from the library so that I can start reading it, but I'm not really sure. I have read the first line when I was in the bookstore, but I don't remember what it says, to be honest with you. So let's see if there's another one that I'm really interested in reading. I do really want to read Curvy Girl Summer by Danielle Allen. If you've been watching my videos for any sort of time, you know I've had this book I think since last year, and every time I try to start reading it, I just get really upset with the way her family speaks to her in the beginning of this book. Like, I know it's fictional or whatever, but it really is like not triggering because I don't have those experiences, but I know that people have those experiences, and it's really upsetting to hear. So Curvy Girl Summer is the first romance on the list. We're gonna make this interesting. We're gonna make everything be books by black authors. How about that? How about that? Okay, we're gonna do that. Okay, one more thriller by black authors. That's gonna be a problem because I don't have any thrillers by black authors. Oh my god. Okay, so I have a couple that are thrillers. Okay, so the next one will be The Heirs by Farida Abike Yemede. This one says nothing brings a family together quite like murder. I haven't even cracked this one open yet, so I have no idea. So we have 2 thrillers, and the next romance I already know I want to read, or I want to add to my list, is The Summer Girlfriend by Christina Forrest. This is her newest one. I think this is like friends to lovers, or like fake lovers to real lovers type vibe. So this is the next one. And I think, what else do I want to read? Okay, let's do this one because it's a an author that I don't really hear about, or I've never heard about. It's called Don't Tell Me How It Ends by Adrienne Thurman. I've never heard of this author before, but I think I got this at Hopeless Romantic, the all romance bookstore that's in Toronto. So I don't really want to read this. Let's be honest, I don't really want to read that. I want something like you know. Okay, I think I'm gonna stick with these four: two romance, and two thrillers. And so now the next step is to read the first line in all of these books. So let's read the first line in The Summer Girlfriend. Okay, I don't know if I'm allowed to read it out loud for all the Jersey girls. Oh, prologue. Should I read the prologue? Yeah, let's go to the prologue. Okay. No, this is not what I want to read right now. This looks like it's trying to be a lit fic, and I just want sweet summer romance. It's starting off with describing an environment, and I'm not interested in that right now. So next one, let's read. Oh, I've already read this, but I don't even remember. Okay. This one starts off pretty explicit. Okay, well, it was entertaining, so maybe that's the next one. Let's see, this one we'll put at the bottom of the list. This one's at the top right now. Let's see, next one is Honey by Imani Thompson. Oh, she's British, huh? She just spelled mum with M-U-M. This looks good too. This looks good too. This looks good too. Oh, Bridge. I was hoping that one would be the clear winner. Okay, the next one. I'm not gonna give myself more stress. I'm not gonna give myself more stress. Nope, 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 nope. I'm gonna put this down. Stick it on the shelf. And then put this back in. This one can go like right here. Stick that on the shelf. And then these are our two options right now. It's Curvy Girl Summer and Honey by Imani Thompson. So let me go get my Libby app and we'll see which one is currently available. I need to remind myself that I am not young anymore. I can't be out here. Oh! I thought I already had that in my Honey by Imani Thompson. Oh, I already have that one on hold. Oh, the ebook's not available for those. For Honey. Let's see. There's no ebook even an option for this one. Either way, I can't use the Libby app for any of these because this is like Honey is a 3-week wait, and it's only the audiobook for this, and I hate listening to romance on audio. So let's see again. Let's choose again. Then the rest of this vlog is gonna be me reading it. That already. I think I'm gonna choose Curvy Girl Summer. I think we've chosen Curvy Girl Summer. I haven't read a romance in like a week, so maybe this is a good sign for me. This will probably be my next read as soon as the freaking audiobook is off hold or is available on the Libby website. Not even the audiobook, the ebook is ready on it because I don't want to walk around with the freaking. Okay, so now this is the end of this part of the vlog. The next time you see me will be at a check-in reading this book after reading the first chapter. So I feel like I need to skip this part. The last time I felt that way for a romance book was, I think, Love in Other Words, which was like almost no, was that last year or the year before? I don't know. But it's like, it was like the perfect combination of lightness, but also like a couple of like intense topics talked about, but also like the yearning, not yearning, it wasn't yearning because we didn't talk about the yearning, but the tension between the two of them. Oh my god, it was like thick. I could feel it, and it was just words on a paper. It was, oh my gosh. And then of course, classic miscommunication trope in the end. That's why I knocked off a 1/4 star. But like, my god, I feel like I don't want to read anything else now. Nothing's gonna compare. That's how I feel. My goodness. Okay, so updates. It's been a few days since I've read Curvy Girl Summer by Danielle Allen, and I have some thoughts, all of which are super positive. First of all, I was under the impression that this book was like super spicy, that it would be kind of inappropriate, that there wasn't really any plot, it was all spice. Completely incorrect. Minus, I think, maybe two, maybe 3 scenes, 2 or 3 scenes of like spice. Most of this book is about her incredibly hilarious and unfortunate dating experiences with the dating apps. It's very funny actually, and it's pretty, it's like a not really classic, but it's a pretty good like friends to lovers miscommunication about his entire status and her entire status trope. I thought it was pretty entertaining. I thought that you know, minus the intro, to be honest, the beginning really threw me off. I was like, I don't really know if I'm gonna continue reading this. But after the first 5 pages, it's like very much so actual plot and nothing else. I would rate, I think I rated this book a 4.5 on my story graph. I loved it. I love their banter. I love their friendship. I love her friendship with her, like the representation of her with her girls, him with his friends. I love that they started off as friends first, kind of like poking at each other, making fun of each other as friends normally do. I love that, you know, his sister was involved in it. I love that, you know, she was given the opportunity to show up for him in a way that was meaningful. I love that it seemed kind of real, where she, you know, as people sometimes do, they create assumptions in their head and they run with it, but she gave him the space to actually explain himself, kind of. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. The male main character, I kind of wish we explored a little bit about him personally. I get that we get what we get so that the plot can advance, but I kind of wish I knew a little bit more about him and his life and his background, because his family was mentioned a little bit, but it wasn't really like explored in it very much. It would be interesting to kind of see how he became how he is. We know an event that led to how he is, but we don't really grasp who he is as a person. But it's not really about him, it's about her. We really get a good insight into how she became who she is, and I love that. I love the ending as well. The ending was very sweet. I'm pretty sure it was very much so giving princess fairy tale, and now I'm just thinking to myself, how many fairy tale moments have I ever had in my life? I can't really think. But yeah, I would definitely recommend this book. Give this one a 4.5. It only lost points because of the spice, and I will be, yeah, I'm not gonna finish the series. There's 3 books in the series. There's Big Girl Blitz and something else. I'm not gonna read them. I don't like finishing series, so I'm gonna leave it on the good note that it's on. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next reading vlog. Bye.